Hey crafters, welcome to Paulette's Pretty Paper Crafts. I am doing Kathy Rakusin's 30-day color challenge, and we are on day 3, June 3rd, 2015. I'm going to use this really cute Lawn Fawn Get Well set, and I really had a major fail the first time here, so I'm going to attempt this again. So I'm going to take some Memento black ink here. And I really needed to stamp my Band-Aid first because my little bird is standing on it. So let's kind of off-center a little bit. My Band-Aid had a little extra junk or ink on it there. And I'm going to pop my little bird up right here. And then I'm going to color those images in. So let's add, I've got some Copic markers. I've got V22 for my shadow because I have used up my number 0 gray. And I've got Y13 and Y18 for the bird, R12 for the bird's cheeks. I've got a colorless blender pen with some Ranger blending solution in it because I've emptied my blender pen as well. And I've got a Bic Peach Parfait, which is going to be for my Band-Aid along with that R12. So let's start with the shadow, which is this V22 on my little nurse hat. And this Copic marker is very gray. And so I have marked it with this painter's tape that it's a gray violet because I was getting it confused with the other one I ordered at the same time because laying on your desk, they look the same to me. This cap's a little bit lighter and I was getting them confused. If you look on the Copic color chart, they're very different. Here's the grayish one that I'm using today, and here is that other one, the BV11, and it's a little more purpley looking. So I have that so I can refer to that and not get those confused. And so let's color our Band-Aid. I'm going to use this Bic for the center part of my Band-Aid here. And that was a hunk of glue that I rubbed off of the first card. And then I'm going to use this R12 Light Tea Rose to fill in the sides of my Band-Aid. Just really filling in the spaces. I'm not doing any shading or anything special. Just poking it in there. All right, let's go ahead and stamp. I want to stamp the little red cross on her hat. And I've also mounted the smiley face on the other corner of my block so that I don't get that wobbling while I'm stamping her hat, that little tiny image on her hat, rather. And now we can color the bird. I've got 2 yellow Copics. These are the only 2 yellows that I ordered. I have a Bic yellow, and you know, it is kind of in between. It's kind of in between these two. But anyway, I'm going to start with the dark, which is Y18, lightning yellow, and then I'm going to fill in with Y13, which is lemon yellow. It is easier for me to start with the darks. You know, people do it different. Everyone does it differently. And I like to put my shadow in first and then blend. I feel like if I put the light down first and then add the dark and then go back and blend, I feel like I'm just using more marker. So this is what works best for me. And then I am going to touch the dark. I'm going to go right over it so it starts blending. And then I'm going to do it on the bottom because you get that magic. It starts working right away, and I need to have my card open. And oh, for heaven's sakes, I'm stamping on the back of this card. Well, we're rolling on. Don't do that. Don't do that. I'll cut this out and glue it onto the front of a card. So fill in and just blending those two colors together. If they don't blend together enough, I'm just going to swipe over them again. And maybe it's the same thing as if I'd have put the light down first, but this is just, it just works better for me somehow. Oh, I'm going to use the normal orange, and I forgot to pull that. YR68 orange for the beak. And I'm going to hit this with the heat tool and make sure it's good and dry before I put my rubber cement on it. Because I had some weirdness. I'm going to use the rubber cement to mask these. And originally I used this brush, and I did mark it rubber cement because there was still some stuck in there. I'm afraid there always will be. I'm not sure what I should be cleaning my brush with, and actually I ended up not putting anything behind the bird, so I just need to blop it down here on my Band-Aid. And I wonder if it needs 2 coats. I'm going to hit this with the heat tool. And I could actually see that dry, so I'm going to grab another round and do another coat just because it bled through when I stamped before. And it was almost like, drying this was almost like, my brain isn't working this morning, watching embossing powder. So I'm going to hit this with the heat tool again. And watch it dry. From a distance, it was bubbling there because I was too close.
Hi.
Hi. I'm going to wave it in the air. That was Millie, my grandbaby. Well, that is still really sticky. I'm not sure that this, you may need to walk away overnight and do it. Hi, baby.
Hey.
All right, I'm just going to go on. We're just going to roll on. I don't know where to put that. Okay.
Hey, social.
Can you sit with me? You can stand behind me. Can you get right there? Hmm?
I'm behind you.
Okay.
I see you with Saudi with a baby shirt. Yeah, Saudi with baby shirts.
Okay, and then I'm going to do another Band-Aid because I think that would be cute.
What you gonna make, baby? Cutie pie. Then I eat cutie pie.
No, I'm not a cutie pie. You are.
No,
You're a cutie pie.
No, No, you're kidding me.
Okay, I'm going to hit this with the heat tool again, and before I do that, I'm just going to cut this. Let's cut this off. It's making that a little bit cumbersome.
And did you dry it off?
Yeah, I'm going to dry it off. Okay, let's wave it in the air and cool it off.
Is it somewhere done mowing?
No, I think they're still mowing. Okay, let's try it. It's just full of the ink, but it did mask. I'm going to try to just pull that straight up because look at that. And my fingers are dirty with some ink there too. Try to get rid of all that. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of eraser and hope that Okay, well that was more successful. There is still a little bit of... So I'm going to say you probably want that to leave that overnight. Let's take a fine line marker. I just have a Sharpie, and I'm going to finish out the medicine bottle line there. And maybe the heart a little bit that didn't stamp all the way. Okay. We'll just go ahead and color these in. And some of that color erased out of the center there where I was trying to erase that line where the Band-Aid came on down. So just go ahead and touch that up. And dab in that other little color there. Let's do a red heart. So let's do some R29 on this little red heart. I got outside the lines just a smidula. Let's see if I can correct that with the blender pen. I'll put a little bit of shadow there anyway, so it really will be okay. Alright, I want that gray violet that I used on the nurse hat. And I'm going to do the lid in that. And leave a little bit of white for a little bit of sheen. And I'm going to leave the bottle white. Just put a couple little marks on there. And then I'm going to do the bottle in this light blue Bic, which is called what? Ocean View Blue. And just pull in from the sides there because I really liked that when I used these images the other day. And still leave my white, my sheen all the way down the bottle. And then I'll take this blender and blend that out a little bit. Without touching the red heart. I really want that to bleach out here where it meets the white. And maybe just a little bit there on the lid where it comes together in the center. I forgot to put the cheeks on my bird, R12. And let's stamp that great get well sentiment. And I'm just going to center that right over this since I messed up and stamped backwards on my stamp set. And then I will just trim this down and center it on a card. So pretty cute. I'll post a picture of the finished card with this post. If you have any questions, be sure and let me know.